Smiling YouTube, I'm the TOFF man, and why has that just come up? I have no idea. Welcome to a quick look at another mod pack today, guys. It is called Age of Engineering, and it's for 1.10.2 version of Minecraft. Again, as always, guys, if you're liking these episodes, please go ahead and leave a like. If you like the look of the pack and you've got a suggestion to make about any other pack that I haven't covered yet, by all means, in the comments section below, go ahead and leave a comment with the pack name, and I'll certainly give it a look. Also, guys, if you're enjoying my channel and you're enjoying what you're seeing, make sure that you press that little notification bell as well, because apparently that's a thing now. So, okay, guys, we're getting straight into it. Age of Engineering. I actually got sent an email from a guy called Kvist that told me about this pack and said, "Oh, go and check it out. I've been working on it for a good solid 5 months, and it's good, guys. It is a decent pack. I've loaded it up. I've taken a quick look at it myself, obviously to see whether or not it's worth doing a video on, and it certainly is worth doing a video on. If you liked FTB, the hard one, what was it called? Infinity. Yeah, FTB Infinity, then you will love this, because not only does it have the same sort of feel as that sort of pack does, it is difficult in a certain way. It does require Minecraft experience, that's for sure, but I think it ties things together a lot better than what other packs do, and certainly what the FTB Infinity did. So guys, what I'm going to do, again, as always, I'm going to go through the mod list. If you're not interested in going through the mod list, and you don't want to know what mods are in there, or you really don't want to listen to me ramble on for the next 8 minutes about what mods are in here, then I will, again, put a little timestamp in the description below. Press that, and you'll skip all of that little bit and get straight back into the action, so to speak. So, to continue on, let's go and have a look and see what they've got. So, advanced rocketry, first thing up on the list here, allows you to go into space. Guys, great. We're missing this. Of course, Galacticraft isn't for 1.10.2, not that I know of at least anyway. So advanced rocketry kind of slips into that same era of mods there, which will allow you to go into space and stuff like that. Applied Energistics 2, you should know what Applied Energistics 2, if anybody should know what Applied Energistics. The original Applied Energistics was, without doubt, I think one of the best mods I think that's ever been made for Minecraft, personally speaking. Applied Energistics 2 has made things a little bit harder and a little bit more convoluted. Maybe, personally, I think it's unnecessarily so. I think it did a really good job with the other one. But it basically allows you to store things digitally and do a whole load of automation that you can't do with any other mod. So, Aroma Core, that's part of something else, Actually, additions, I've been through this before, it adds all this sort of stuff. Feel free to pause, guys, and have a look, but there's a whole lot of different bits that it adds in. Industrial Craft 2. Now, Industrial Craft 2 has been around for so long. I remember the original Industrial Craft, and I remember Industrial Craft 2 taking forever to come out. And a lot of hoo-ha about that. But it basically allows the industrial age type of thing. You've got machines. It was the first mod that added in like machines and stuff. You've got macerators, and you've got the smelters, you know, like powered smelters and stuff. Solar panels as well. Really, really good. Advanced solar panels is an add-on for Industrial Craft 2 and adds in more solar panels, would you believe? Advanced rocketry, I've just been through that. Oh, Bagginses, more bags, that is for sure. I believe this is like a little backpack mod, is Baggins, which is great. Base metals. This mod adds historically common metals to Minecraft. Okay, I've never heard of this one before, but apparently it does. Bed bugs. Sorry, I'm sorry, Redbug, but yeah. It's here. It's once again here. It allows you to leave the bed or server when you're stuck for some reason. Better Builder's Wands. I've been through this one before as well. It adds a load of different Builder's Wands, not just the ones that you can create with the unstable ingots, but ones that will come with durability. But it is a really, really good way of early way of getting into placing multiple blocks at a time in a certain pattern that you've got already set out. It's really, really good, guys. Bookshelf. That's a core mod, Bookshelf, used by Team BR. Code Chickenly, Brandon's Core, all of this sort of stuff is all to do with other mods, and you need these for the other bits. Calculator. Now this is very, very interesting, and I've never really played with calculator, although I've seen some people do it. And whoever said calculators were boring? Awesome calculators, crazy items, mind-blowing machines, and hundreds of hidden recipes. Change the way you craft, change the way you play, change the way you think. Thank you for trying calculator. It basically adds in a calculator where you can put one item in, add it with another item, and you can get something else from it. And there's sort of different ways that you can craft with it, and yeah, it's a different way of crafting, certainly. That's definitely for sure. Chameleon, that's used for chest transporter. Brilliant little mod, guys. Just basically allows you to pick up chests with all of the items in, move them to somewhere else, and plonk it back down with all of the items still in the chest. Chisel, been through this one before as well. Adds a load of fancy blocks for decoration. Not going to go into it much more than that. Just enough items, of course, adds that little sidebar with all the items that you can see and all the recipes and stuff. Chisels and Bits, without doubt, one of the best sculpting, decorating, and aesthetical mods that you will find out and about. It's brilliant. Again, I've been through this before, so I'm not going to go into too much detail. If you are regulars to my channel, you will know of Chisels and Bits. Clay Buckets, adds a clay bucket. No, it's pretty obvious. Compact solar arrays, an Industrial Craft 2 mod that adds in 3 new solar panel types. Type blocks, solar arrays. Solar arrays condense low voltage, medium voltage, and high voltage Industrial Craft 2 solar panels into one single block. Certainly saves on server problems. This significantly reduces the CPU impact of a large amount of solar energy gathering. So it is common server enhancement. Definitely so. Craft Tweaker basically allows you to, oh no, Craft Tweaker JEI support. But Craft Tweaker and Mind Tweaker are both things that this pack definitely will need, because it changes crafting recipes and stuff like that as well. I've no idea what that is. Custom Achievements creates custom achievements only by editing a configuration file. Nice. Good stuff. Custom main menu, you haven't seen that, but when you load this pack up, there is a main menu that is a custom main menu, not like a normal Minecraft menu. So that's good. Dark Utilities, a mod that adds a bunch of new utilities to the game. Again, I haven't actually played with this much, but it adds little bits and bobs into the game. I can't really say much more than that because I don't know personally, but it does add. It's like extra utils, I suppose, but it adds a load of little different bits and bobs, guys. Definitely go and check it out if you want to know what this mod entails. Forestry, I've been through that before. This gives a really good overview, a very loose overview. Deep Resonance. This is a good little mod by the RF Tools guy. What's his called? McJTY, or whatever you want to call it. Power generation based on resonating crystals. Out in the world, you'll find little crystals, and then with these crystals, you can create your own crystals. You can then harness the power from that. And there's a whole power generation system, and it's really, really good. Draconic Evolution. It's kind of end game sort of items and end game sort of technology and stuff like that. This mod was originally made for Tolkiencraft mod pack, but has since evolved way beyond that. It definitely has. This mod adds a mod of extremely expensive and powerful end game items. It really is. It's got like a really massive energy storage system, which is great. Ender Core, that's obviously used by everything else. Ender.io, well, you should know this mod by now. I think this mod has been around for so long now, Ender.io, but the basic thing that everyone who use Ender.io for is the conduits. Not only can you transport items through these conduits, you can transport liquids, you can transport power through the conduits, but the greatest thing about these conduits is they can all run through the same block, and that is absolutely fantastic. It really, really is, and that's what people keep coming back for. Ender Storage. It is like an Ender chest, but it adds in a different way of storing items, and you've got pouches, you've got chests that you can link to these. Well, you've got pouches, so you can link the pouches to a certain color of chest, and you can have different colors that will run on different sort of networks. It's like an expanded Ender storage, like Ender chest from vanilla Minecraft. Environmental tech. There's not a lot in this mod. However, it certainly starts off well enough, I think. It is there's not like a single machine. It doesn't do it in a single block. These are massive multi-block structures. And yeah, as it says here, solar panels, lightning rods, and void mining machines. That's pretty good, actually, the void mining machine. Expensive to get, but environmental tech starting off well. We'll see what comes of that one. Extra utilities. Again, you can't really explain what this mod entails because there's no real theme about it, and there's a whole load of different bits and bobs. But there's power generation in there. There's mob killing tools, and there's a whole load of stuff in extra utilities. It's great. Extreme reactors. If you know big reactors, then you'll know what extreme reactors is. It basically is the same thing, just updated for 1.10, and adds in, as it says, multi-block power generation machines in the form of reactors, and using the power of uranium and yellowite and stuff like that. Flat coloured blocks, as it says, building with vast quantities of coloured blocks. FTB Live and FTB utilities are really things that have been added in, like. Oh, what would you call them? Not cosmetic mods, but, well, utility mods, I would think. Advanced generators, they are exactly as you would expect them to be, advanced generators. Gravestones, added in a gravestone, so when you die, all of your stuff gets in a gravestone. Hammer core, hopper ducts. If you know when you use hoppers, and of course they funnel the items around. These hopper ducts, they work, as it says, similar to what hoppers do, but capable of sending items in any direction. Of course, hoppers can't send items upwards, but hopper ducts can. And they can be pretty useful earlier on. Mantle, Tinker's Construct. Everybody knows Tinker's Construct, guys. A little of this, a little of that, a lot of tinkering and a lot of tools. It certainly is a lot of tools. And it's creating those tools. That is what this mod is all about. The one probe adds in a little bit, which you'll see just behind here, that will tell you what block you're looking at, what you need to mine the block, or what you need to pick it up, and just useful little information about a block you are looking at. It also adds in other bits and bobs as well, not just that, but it is really, really good. Immersive engineering, without doubt, in my eyes, one of the best looking mods that is around nowadays. Immersive engineering has some amazing looking multi-block structures, guys, in the form of tanks, crushers, in power generation as well, and water wheels, windmills, all moving, all great, all looking absolutely fantastic. Integrated dynamics. I've heard of this, though I haven't gone into detail. I haven't looked into this mod massively, but integrated dynamics take full and automated control of your appliances. Again, I haven't personally used this mod, so I cannot tell you what this mod is about, but you can go ahead and find out integrated dynamics, as you can see right there. You can click on that if you so wish, and then go out onto it. Inventory tweaks. In my eyes, one of the best tweak mods that has ever existed. I just wish it wasn't so buggy with other mods, but tweaks the inventory handling for ease of use, including sorting and automatic replacement of broken tools or exhausted stack of items. So basically what that means, guys, you open a chest, you'll have some little buttons on the top there that you can use to just click, and it will automatically sort out the entire chest for you, so you don't have to do it. That saves so much time, it really does. And not only that, but if you've got a pickaxe, a stone pickaxe, and you're mining away, and you've got another stone pickaxe that's full, that hasn't used any durability, that's in your inventory but not on your hotbar, it will take that pickaxe. If you're mining away and your stone pickaxe breaks, it will take your full pickaxe out of your inventory and put it in the slot, so you can just carry on as if nothing had happened. Honestly, inventory tricks is brilliant. JEI Bees basically adds in the bees for JEI, so you can see all the things for that. Journey map adds in the map up the top there, and allows you to put little waypoints down and travel to these waypoints. Just Enough Resources is an add-on for JEI that adds tons of stuff about world gen, plant drop, mob loot, chest loot, villagers, and enchantments. Really, really good, guys, and you'll see that in action, I'm sure, in this video. Mechanism. There is so much stuff that's added within Mechanism that I can't do it justice by describing it. But energy, armor, tools, weapons, machines, magic. It has got a lot of stuff. Mechanism generators, tools, it's all part of this. Modern Metals is a Modern Metals add-on. There you go. Mod Tweaker is an add-on tweaker. Is an add-on for Craft Tweaker, which of course, I've described before, it allows you to change recipes. More bees, adds more bees, which is good. Or you can always love more bees. More overlays. Add some overlays from any eye. So mob spawns, chunk bounds, item search, good stuff. Mob spawns is a really, really good overlay to have, so you can see where mobs can spawn. Slap a torch down there, and then it'll update and then let you know that mobs can't spawn there anymore, which is great. Modpack allows a certain percentage of people to sleep on a server for it to skip the night rather than having everybody to have to sleep. Really, really good. Modpack utilities, basic tools. It's again utility mods. Neotech. All processing. I've never heard of Neotech in my life. I'm going to have to do some reading up on some of these mods, that's for sure. But Neotech, it says all processing, but I don't know what that is. Progressive automation is a really, really good little mod, actually. And it allows you to, well, it says here, that adds automation that can be built in the early game and upgraded throughout the late game. So you can start with like wooden tree farms or wooden miners and stuff. They're not fantastic, but you can upgrade these to stone and then to iron and then to eventually to diamond. And the diamond ones, of course, work really, really well, whereas the wooden ones don't work as well. So it allows you to progressively automate and get better at doing it as well. Ranged pumps is a simple mod that adds a pump that allows that pumps liquids in a range. I would presume that means that you can put one of these pumps down and it will look for the liquid that is near the pump or somewhere around the pump, and I presume that you could whitelist this as well, and it will pump that certain liquid rather than it having to be in this particular liquid or whatever. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I'm presuming. I've never used range pumps. I've heard of it, but I've never used it. Reborn core, that's obviously the core. RF tools, control and dimensions are all together, and red flux tools. There's so much that gets added with this that, again, I can't go into detail on explaining what it is. I'm pretty sure people know what RF tools adds, and that's a whole load of different machines and stuff like that. And control allows you to control certain things, and again, I can't go into massive amounts of detail on this because there's so many little different bits and bobs. And RF Tools Dimensions is fantastic. I can briefly describe this, guys, and that is it allows you to create your own dimensions and with the use of dimlets that you find out and about. Again, very brief. Simply Jetpacks 2. Nice. Loved Simply Jetpacks when it was around. I'm pretty sure I'll love Simply Jetpacks 2. But basically, adds jetpacks that you can power and fly around to your heart's content, which is great. Solar Flux Reborn. No idea what this mod is. Absolutely no clue. I can tell you nothing about that. Storage drawers, multi-drawer storage blocks for quick storage and retrieval. Super Circuit Maker. Oh my god, this mod. I mean, I am not fantastic when it comes to redstone, but I've seen some of the things that people can do with Super Circuit Maker, and it allows you to basically make redstone circuits in such a tiny little space, and you can create your own circuit. It's really, really good. Tech Reborn is the Greg Tech revival you dream about on a cool Midsummer's Eve. I'm pretty sure people don't dream about a Greg Tech revival. Pretty sure that doesn't come around. But what Greg Tech does is it adds things that will make your life a living hell. Okay, it makes things a hell of a lot more complicated and a lot more drawn out and grindy in some respects. So keep an eye on that. Tiny progressions, cobble gens, growth crystals, and watering cans, and more. So tiny progressions. I've used the tiny progression cobble gen before, but I've never used the other bits and bobs that's part of it. I've used it as part of Sky Factory, and it basically does what it says. It's a machine. It's a block that will work like a cobble generator and just create cobble over some time. Translocators. Now this is a mod that I haven't seen for quite a while. I didn't know it was still around and being used. But translocate stuff. Now basically what it does is you've got two translocators. One that can send stuff, one that can receive stuff within one block of space, and it can pull out of a machine with one of the translocators, and in the same space, like in the same block space, you can put one that will receive and put it into chests. Now, I don't know if you need translocators, nowadays, because there's so much stuff that you can do with conduits and stuff like that. But maybe this pack has some sort of progression block on it, and that's why they've got it in. So for those of you guys who didn't want to watch the mods, we're back. We are back, and we are in World. So that actually took a lot longer than what I thought. So this pack, guys, is... I'm just going to go through a little basics. This pack is tech-centered, okay? Everything about this pack is all about the tech. It's all about tech. And it does this in the way of 15 ages. You start off in the Stone Age and move all the way through to the Creative Age. And it does focus on progression throughout these ages, and it's got the crafting recipes to back that up as well. So you can't just jump straight to another age, because it needs the crafting recipes that you get from one of the previous ages, and so on and so forth. But I think, personally, this pack uses progression really, really well, and it ties in the different mods to each other through these ages, and it is really good. And the way that you can start this pack, guys, you start with these things where you don't start with the coffee. I just couldn't help myself. I saw a cho plant, and I just had to get some, guys. But you can see the materials in you, that's what you start with. But in the top corner here, make sure you use your guide, because you're going to need this, guys. Basically, this is the guide, as you would expect. So if we go into here, this is where everything kicks off. The Stone Age. Okay, guys. Age of Engineering. The mod pack is all around mod interactions and progression through a kind of technology tree. A lot of recipes are changed to give you more satisfying and longer lasting experience. If you don't want to get spoiled how the progression in this mod pack works, don't read this guide. But if you ever get stuck or don't mind getting spoiled, read on. I would suggest that you use this guide to go through. Ooh, somebody's cooking tea downstairs and it smells absolutely gorgeous. But I digress. Using this guide, you can get a rough guide of where to start, because if you go straight into a mod pack, you don't know what you're doing. This guide is fantastic for knowing where to start and to go on from there. But by all means, guys, if you don't want to get spoiled, just get this pack loaded up and try to work out that progression for yourself. But it will take a while to work that out. I'm just putting it out there. So, Stone Age, the first thing you need, the first thing you might have noticed is that you can't smelt ores into ingots. That's true, you can't. And you can't smelt wood into charcoal. It's true, you can't. You need to get a Tinker's Construct smeltery and a coke oven for that, respectively. Before you go mining, though, it's recommended you make a portal to the mining world. The portal needs at least 10 portal frames, placed like a nether portal and activated with the mining multi-tool. Then, the first goal is the Tinker's Construct smeltery. As usual, you need to gather clay, sand and gravel to craft grout. Using Tinker's Construct tools is recommended for that, as you can't craft a bucket to get lava to fire the smeltery. You'll need to get a clay bucket filled with lava. Obviously, the clay bucket will get destroyed after you use it. Also, you don't have gold for ingot casts, but you can use aluminium brass, which is bauxite and aluminium. Also, by the way, the smeltery doesn't double your ores. It only smelts them. You have to wait until you have machines, of course, to be able to double them. I think that's a really nice touch. I think it is. After that, you need to build a coke oven. Coke bricks need seared bricks and lava wood, which you get by pouring lava over wood planks in the smeltery. You need 27 blocks in a 3x3 cube, so 14 crafting recipes should do the trick. To form the multi-block, you right-click the center block with an engineer's hammer. So already, within the first Stone Age, it's brought in immersive engineering and Tinker's Construct together. It's brought them together, and if you have a look, guys, at the coke oven brick, it requires lava wood, of course, from Tinker's Construct. So you'll need to get the Tinker's Construct smeltery to be able to get the lava wood, to then make the coke oven, to make the coke bricks, to then make the coke oven to get the charcoal that you'll need going forwards. Now, the progression doesn't stop there, guys, and of course it does move on from there. So the Stone Age goes into the Industrial Age, which allows you to then start, the goal is making steel, to be able to craft flint and steel to get into the nether. And all of this allows you to make blast furnaces, but to use the blast furnace, you will need, it needs heat, not EU. So you'll need to craft an electric heater filled with at least one coil to convert EU to heat. So immediately, you're going to have to get into industrial craft to get into the blast furnace and so on and so forth throughout that, which I think is really, really good. I think that it ties in the progression really, really well, and it ties the recipes in with this progression, so you cannot skip these different ages. You can't skip straight to something else. If something's overpowered, it's probably gone ahead and put it way down the line here. And of course, it carries on calculation, which I would presume is the calculator. Is it not? Where is it? To craft a calculator, there you go. So you can get stuff using the calculator, and it takes you through these different ages. Empowering, then it's a farming, ender, automation, nuclear, atomic, and then the new age, technology, space race, mechanical, and all the way down to creative age. Now you can start thinking about getting the creative items. The first thing you can get is a creative flight with the angel ring. The angel ring needs grid power, but you can upgrade it to the wings of the bat, which is cost-free flight. Then you can start work towards creative RF power, use it with the creative capacitor bank from Ender.io. So if we have a look at this, creative capacitor bank, and we look at the recipe for this, it kind of brings in all of the different mods that you've used to get there in the first place. So you've got the solar panel from Environmental Tech, you've got solar flux reborns, that's what it does, yeah, of course, solar panels. Photovoltaic cells from Ender.io, of course, draconic evolution is brought in across the center there, and the elite solar panel from Neotech, advanced solar generator, and a quantum solar panel. The recipe doesn't quite make sense. I mean, I suppose it does in terms of capacitors, but I don't know. The other bits just seem that they've been put on there just for, you know, for progression purposes. But nevertheless, guys, it does look absolutely fantastic. It really, really does. I don't think you can craft that. But what else is creative in this? The reactor port, I don't think you can do any of them. Creative fluid tank, you can do them. They'll need a load of elite fluid tanks. And creative energy cubes, as well as creative capacitor banks to be able to get the fluid tank. Very expensive, that. Blooming heck, fire. Very, very expensive. Creative panel, you can't get. You can get the creative vending upgrade. Unlimited item withdrawal. That's interesting. But you need a basic bins, octuple compressed cobblestone, which is, wow, that is quite a lot of cobblestone blocks. And you need 2 creative fluid tanks as well as 2 creative gas tanks and stuff like that. So that is probably, you know, the end game type items. Oh, I'm juddering a little bit. Can you see that, guys? It's juddering just on the end there. I remember what this was from, and I can't... Oh, that's really annoying. I can't remember. Is it F3 and H? No. It was something. But that juddering is really annoying. I think you can get rid of it by changing to fast graphics. Pretty sure. There you go. You can. You can change to fast graphics and get rid of that juddering. I can't remember what causes that, but I have had that in the past before. It's obviously just never been fixed. But there you go, guys. This is Age of Engineering. You'll find a link to this pack in the description below. If this has been informative, please go ahead and leave a like. Definitely gets my stamp of recommendation. Seems like a really, really good pack to get into in terms of progression itself. It seems really, really well worked. So until next time, I've been the TOFF Man. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, stay safe.